G'day cocktail lovers, how are you? Hoping things are going well for you, or at least acceptably. I'm going to make a special cocktail to commemorate a special day in British naval history. 31st of July, 1970, known to those in the know in the Navy world as Black Tot Day. And that's because that's the day the British Navy officially stopped giving sailors a tot of rum every day. A measure as part of their contract that they were given this rum every day. And it only got stopped in 1970. In yon olden days, when they were sailing the oceans, their daily tot was 10 fluid ounces, like half a pint, 300 mils. A lot of rum. Probably not very high quality rum. Usually Navy strength, which is up to 50% more alcohol by volume than standard rum. Standard rums are about 40%. Navy strength is 55 to 60% alcohol by volume. And they would get half a pint of that a day. So they were scuttered, basically. They tried to break it up. The officer said, well, we'll give you half in the morning and half in the afternoon. So yeah, just start the day off drunk. Just start to sober up and get some more. It's, wow, okay, cool. And incidentally, this is also where the Limey nickname comes from, because in an attempt to sort of make it a bit less full on, because again, as I said, I doubt it was particularly high quality rum they were getting. They would water it down and add lime juice and sugar. And lime helped prevent scurvy, which was the biggest killer of sailors in the old days. More than battle, more than the other diseases that they could get while they were out and about, scurvy was the scourge of the Navy. And a decent intake of lime juice, vitamin C, was good at keeping the scurvy at bay. So they were drunk and healthy. I mean, you know, if they got to the stage of doing tonic water with quinine, which fights malaria, basically health food. So, you know, hey, speaking of which, of course, tonic is usually with gin. And the cocktail I'm going to make, known as Grog, is a Navy strength gin rather than a Navy strength rum. If you see a cocktail called Navy Grog, that will be a rum-based drink. Usually multiple rums, at least one overproof rum, sometimes a mix of fruit juices, basically a very tropical drink. This one, I guess it's somewhat more of an officer's drink, the gin, and I'm doing this because Black Tot Day coincided with this little purchase of mine, another local maker, Brogan's Way. They're just a couple suburbs away from me, in fact, in Melbourne. This is their Navy strength gin they call the Royal Blood Gin. It is 57.2% alcohol. It is a very interesting drop. I did have a little sip before starting because I wanted to taste it straight. It certainly is Navy strength, that very strong burn going down. I was very interested. The initial taste was sweet, which surprised me. That is how I took it. It refers to it as saltbush, sea parsley, mountain pepper leaf, cardamom, and of course, because it's gin, it's going to have juniper in it as well, along with those Australian botanicals. But the first thing I tasted was sweet. But now I'm going to put it in a cocktail, and we will keep the wide ocean blues at bay with some grog. When the Navy finally got rid of the daily tot of rum, it had dropped from that 10 fluid ounces down to about 2.5 fluid ounces. So it had reduced by 75% over the centuries, but they were still doing it. This recipe called for just 2 ounces. I was tempted to go with the 2.5 to mark the Black Tot, but you know what? There are limits to how much Navy strength gin I'm keen on drinking, so I'm actually going to keep it to 2 ounces of the Navy strength gin. It's a pretty simple drink. Along with the gin, we're going with 15 mils of lime juice and a little bit of sweetener. They called for, in the recipe, a dark sugar syrup, like made with demerara sugar or another dark sugar. I did have some of that and I used it all, but I've got my agave syrup. It's dark, it's got a rich flavor. It'll do well but just 15 mils of the sugar syrup going in. Last thing going in the shaker, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Now we're going to shake this for 20 or 30 seconds to chill it down. Get a little bit of dilution. Don't be shy about shaking it for a bit longer than you normally might. Navy strength gin could do with a bit of taming. I have a few comforts the sailors never had. Ice, a shaker, a glass, more ice. Just straining that in. Picked up a nice bit of colour from the bitters, just very lightly colouring it. The recipe also calls for a couple of ounces of water, again, to tame it a little. I'm going to live up the fact that I have some comforts the sailors never had. If you're making one at home, don't be shy about doing sparkling water. Soda, I'm just going to put a little bit of lemonade in to top it. And I might just make sure that's mixed. Ooh, that's looking very good. Now, how would I go as a sailor if I was going to knock back a couple of these every day? Oh, that is really good. Like I said, I had a sip of the straight gin earlier, and when it's 57% alcohol, it burns going down. And there's only been a small amount of the other ingredients gone into this, so it's not overpowering the gin. So those botanicals are coming through. I'm definitely tasting sweetness. I am going to have to write to the good folk at Brogan's Way and say, am I weird thinking there's sweetness in your Navy gin? Oh, and just the dash of bitters goes so well with the gin and the lime. A little bit of sweetener, you wouldn't want it any sweeter than this. In fact, if you like your drinks dry, you could probably even cut back. There's only 15 mils of sugar syrup. You could do 5 or 10 mils if you're particularly into the drier drinks with a slightly bitter edge. But this is good. I'll join the Navy. If they're going to give me a couple of these a day, I'll join. Oh wait, the whole point of this video was commemorating they don't give you this in the Navy anymore. So, I guess no Navy for me, but I am going to enjoy my grog. If you give it a try, I'd love to hear what you thought of it. And let me know if you'd actually go with any different ingredients in here. Or if you'd prefer a rum Navy grog to this. Maybe I'll make a rum Navy grog another day. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Maybe even cheekily tell your friends they should subscribe as well. And yeah, let me know if you think this is worth joining the Navy for. Or worth quitting the Navy because they won't give it to you anymore. That's the real political correctness gone mad. Our sailors on modern warships with nuclear weapons can't be drunk all day? Political correctness gone mad. I'm going to stay here with my grog, leave you for now, and just say cheers.